Okay, good afternoon. We're at Chatham Bars Inn, and we're actually standing inside the Clambake pits. We built this about a year and a half ago. We actually used an excavator to dig out this hole here to kind of break the wind barrier, and we put 2 tons of field stones in. They should be about this size here. You're looking for, about the size of a volleyball or something, and those are really good to hold the heat. This morning we came out and we laid about 9 inches of hardwood, either maple or oak, on top, and made a nice layer there, and then about 11 bags of charcoal for this size pit, which is about 8 by 8. We're going to go ahead and light this up now, and it's going to burn for about 4 hours before we even think about putting any food on. That's it. Fire's been going for about 4 hours now. What I've done is just kind of rake the coals out so the rocks are exposed. The rocks are really what going to be the catalyst for the cooking process here. We're going to start by throwing a bunch of rockweed on that we soaked in seawater. Nice thing about the rockweed is you have all these bubbles here, and these bubbles are filled with seawater, and as they heat up they're going to release more steam. It's kind of a time release there. So we're going to put on a nice thin layer of rockweed. The rocks are going to heat up the seaweed. The water from the seaweed is going to create steam, as well as then the time release little capsules of seawater in there. Just cover up the little patches there. And that's the sound that you want. And you definitely want to see the heat turning the seaweed nice and bright green like we are now. I'm going to have Luke put on the corn and the potatoes in one corner here, and the rest of us are going to put on the lobsters. We're laying the lobsters down upside down. They tend not to move around a lot that way, or at least they don't escape. And you just want to do the lobsters nice even layer. Pack them in. Give them enough space. You don't want to layer them on top of each other. I find doing it this method that they cook a lot better if they're all one layer. We've also got steamers and mussels bagged up here. So next step, we're just going to add some more of the rockweed on top, and that's going to keep everything nice and moist, and again, just kind of create that steam environment. I've got our canvas tarp here. We're going to just spread it right across. It's been soaked overnight, weighted down with some bricks, and that's going to keep it from burning and cover everything up nicely here. Oh yeah. Good over here. Then lastly, the blue tarp here is really going to keep the wind from cooling it down too much on the surface. Really helps it keep the steam in, keep the heat in, and the last step, we're going to just seal the edges with sand, and we're going to let it cook for about an hour. And we'll see you in about an hour. The hour's up and we're ready to start unveiling, so we're just working the edges real quick to make sure there's no sand that gets in the lobsters. We're going to start removing the tarps. Okay, I can come on over here. So you did a nice job, lots of steam. The cloth is still nice and wet as well. This is the tricky part. Just make sure you flip it up and over so you don't get, yep, there we go. Wow. Okay, so now the last step is really just take all the seaweed off and move the seaweed off to the side and collect all the clams, mussels, and we'll bring it up top and start serving. So that's how you do a clam bake.